Hey.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Even though me and Haley have seen each other plenty of times in between. We've had some
Yeah.
good
Well,
times.
we're doing a C2E2 haul, and it's only like 2 months later.
Yeah, that was a really bad month for just so many reasons. Yeah, I got so sick after that con, like hard. I mean, we'll go into some of it when we
Yeah,
talk about it, but
like you're
yeah, I
forever.
just literally went through like hardcore con exhaustion and ended up getting like a cold and was sick for like it felt like forever where I just had like a really bad cough and it wouldn't go away. And for the first couple weeks after, I felt miserable, and then finally I started to feel better. But yeah,
Didn't Carlos get sick like right after you?
not from that. Well, he was doing some traveling for work, so it was like in between that. Then you got sick.
Then I got sick, and then I was also traveling, and so
Yeah, so yeah, that's just why it's just been so busy. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm happy to finally do this because yeah, I honestly have forgotten all the things that we got, and I think that'll be fun to just go through, and
I
then I
know.
can put them all away after.
My comics just like sitting out
Pretty
for.
much, because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to remember if I did put them away. So excited to go through it.
Oh,
Oh, number one fan. Hi.
well, so really fun news is that I will be going to San Diego Comic Con, which is
Yeah,
insane.
that is so exciting. I'm so excited for you.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Good morning.
Oh,
I love this. It's good to see
hi. Yeah,
you.
good to see you.
Yeah, so I'm going to San Diego Comic Con, so we thought we'd cover some exclusives that I'm excited about. I feel like my mind is just going to melt upon seeing how big San Diego is, and
I
yeah,
can imagine.
I don't even know what to fully expect. But so we'll jump into our geeky gossip. I saw this and I was like, I don't need this in any way, shape, or form. And yet,
But
Mattel Creations is coming out with the mini Mojo Dojo Casa House. It's so cute, and it
it
has
is,
I like it comes with like a display case,
which is great.
which means I could just easily put it on a bookshelf if I
And you
did
don't have to
get
dust it. or
it.
do you dust the box? That's it.
I guess I just box, but that's a lot easier than like all the little nooks and crannies of it. And I loved the Barbie movie. I love Greta Gerwig. I really think that I'm going to come home with this.
I bet.
It's adorable. I
It's
just
so
there's
cute.
what was it like there's like horses everywhere. It's so ridiculous. I love it so much. Oh, you got the Barbie mini one. We'll
Yeah.
have twinning Barbie mini houses.
20. Yeah, I thought that's what she got because I know. Yeah, they made just not the exact same thing, but yeah, Barbie's Dream House just at the same scale from the movie. So I don't. I don't even know if that came in yet. Did that come in yet? Because I don't remember if I saw it, but I like all the little details and everything, and even like just the box that comes in is really cute. I think it has like the little saloon doors that say like his whole house and name and everything. But yeah, I think that's really really cute. I love that like now there's kind of like a crossover between, of course, the Barbie movie and actual Barbie stuff. I mean, of course, they did like the dolls and things, but it's cool like kind of seeing like the little miniatures because that is just very nostalgic for sure.
It's giving me Polly Pocket vibes, which
Yes,
I love.
with foreshadowing, we will actually be talking about some Polly Pocket stuff.
Which is honestly
um,
the fact that it's making Polly Pocket's making a comeback. Is it making a comeback or is it just like, people are really on the nostalgia train? But
yeah, I think it's making a comeback as far as like this actual. Well, not it's never going to be the exact scale, but the smaller scale. Because for years they had it like these because they didn't want like the small choking hazards, and now it's. I feel like it's more nostalgic to the ones that were 80s and 90s. I think, or yeah.
It's really fun to see. Well, so that's what it gives me, those kind of vibes.
I
And
love it.
yeah, I want this. I think I might pick this up. Most of the things that we put on here are the things that I want to buy. There's so many exclusive. I was looking on San Diego unofficial blog, or SDCC unofficial blog,
Mhm.
and everyone is doing like several exclusives. It's very overwhelming, but there's only a few that I at least think that I want. The other one by Mattel is the Monster High Mega Adult Builder. So it's like a little Lego situation. And considering I've been really into Lego this past year, I thought this looked really fun. The front cover of it actually looks like a composition notebook. And so I love that because, again, easily put on a bookshelf, wouldn't even know what it is. And I
Mhm.
just love the whole like kind of Frankenstein vibe of it, and that it's in black and white. Like I love all of the little design. And I would say for like the Mojo Dojo Casa House and this, I thought that the exclusives for San Diego would be incredibly expensive. That was
Mhm.
the what I anticipated, and it's not. They're like 40, 50. I mean, it's pricey, but like that's a really good deal for an exclusive, but I think
Mhm.
it's like 500 or something. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how quickly a lot of this stuff goes, since I've never been there. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I really love this set. I haven't really collected, I don't think, any Monster High. Even yeah, because like growing up, I was like, or I guess like by the time this came out, I wasn't playing as much with dolls and stuff at that time. But now I would definitely love them. But I know I definitely would go down like just getting all of them. Although my mom has been collecting a couple. She got the Morticia and Wednesday exclusive that what was it? Was it Mattel Creations, I think?
I
You
think
can
so.
let me. And that one was really cool 2-pack because they do a lot of collabs with like Universal Monsters and different movies and stuff like that. So it's cool to see this also as, like it's not Lego, right? It's
Yeah,
mega
Mega
builder.
Block. Yeah.
Um but I really love how it's like all grayscale, and I think I really like the outer box too. I feel like a lot of these sets also just have really cute collector boxes that like you want to actually display. So it's like you want to
Yes.
keep the box anyways, so you're gonna like that way you can actually display it and it looks cute. But yeah, I am excited to see this. I see you build it because I know you're gonna get
Yeah,
this.
I know. If I between the Barbie house and this, I want this more because it's also a little bit more compact. So I'm just thinking about the space that I have in my home,
Yeah,
in which I don't have any more shelf space, basically, is what I'm saying. So
this is true.
the next one is these Rainbow Bright Sprite Micro Chibis. They're so cute. But so my mom, when I was growing up, she collects dolls, and she was really into, and you can kind of see it's a little cut off in the picture, but Strawberry Shortcake and Rainbow Bright were two dolls that she had, and I remember like playing with them when I was younger and her really loving them. So this is like not nostalgic because like I was really into it, but more so like it reminds me of my mom, and they're having a little bit of like a Strawberry Shortcake resurgence. We're seeing some more Rainbow Bright, and I am not like a huge like doll collector. I mean, I do have like my action figures, which I guess are dolls, but feels a little bit different than like a huge Rainbow Bright doll. So
Right.
even though they have those kinds of exclusives, I thought these like little mini figures were perfect. They're like, again, compact. I could probably put them on my desk. And then they remind me of my mom, which I just felt was really cute. So I think they're adorable, and they're so
Yeah.
colorful.
Yeah, I think I love that the most about them is just how colorful they are. I'm trying to remember if I had like Rainbow Bright stuff growing up. I don't know. It's not like a huge like memory that if I did, but I thought the doll exclusives that they came out with were really really cute. But yeah, that's a whole other thing is like doll collecting. So I don't blame you for wanting to not wanting to go down that route. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I just love all the nostalgia that they're like bringing back from like the 80s and 90s. I think that's great. Especially because it's like the people that are likely buying it are the people that are grew up with it, like on
Yeah.
our age group. I think and so that's just really fun, especially because I feel like a lot of people also, like, they might not even have the things that they grew up with anymore. So I think they'll be really fun to just be able to kind of like reconnect with that part of their childhood for sure.
Yeah, it'll be really cool to see what the reception is at
Hmm.
San Diego for things like this. Because I know, like, obviously we're going to have like lots of Marvel and Star Wars and things, but these are so kind of niche in a way that I'm curious to see how they'll do in terms of like people like buying them.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good balance to that, to the like Marvel and the action figures and things like that.
Then
Okay.
we have.
Speaking of Polly Pocket, now I'm pretty sure you showed me this first,
I
right?
did. I saw it and immediately thought of you. I was like, Polly Pocket meets Harry Potter. Like, I know
The
exactly who this is
the
perfect.
dream collab here. Yeah, so as we kind of were mentioning before, yeah, Polly Pocket has definitely been making a comeback, even more in the last couple years. Because, like I was saying, they used to have these little compacts, and they kind of changed it through the years to be a little bit bigger. Um, and I think those are the ones that they had like the jelly-ish like outfits and stuff. Um, so this I'm really excited about, of course, because it's Harry Potter, which is one of my favorite things. Um, and this is really, really, really cute. And I already pre-ordered it. So my
I
mom has. Well, you can. I think you can get
love
it a lot of different places, but I think my mom has a Mattel Creations account because she's a huge Barbie collector, and they also have it on there. So I was like, hey, can you like pre-order that for me? Because I definitely wanted to get it. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's like the typical like Polly Pocket compact. And I believe that the castle is on the front of this one, and you can see the little handle is should be a wand. Yeah, a wand. And it comes with 5 different characters, as you can see. So we have Harry, Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, and McGonagall. Um, and let's see. Well, also back to the pre-order. I think the pre-order is only for maybe another month or so, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it elsewhere. Um, but it was saying that it ships on or before July 26th, so
That's
get
soon.
get your pre-orders in. I'm excited because I don't have to wait that long for it then. But yeah, so it comes with like all these different accessories, which are on the right here. I think they said, yeah, 11 in total. So we have like the Hogwarts Express and the sorting hat, Hedwig, some stuff for like the Great Hall dining, the boat, like that they come in on. Because this comic is specifically for the first Harry Potter movie and book, of course, which is Sorcerer's Stone, which for me is probably the most nostalgic just because that was my intro to the movies and even to the books. So I think that'll be just really fun. And then because of it's a compact, I don't know if this was how the original compacts were. Maybe you remember. It has like different layers so that you can kind of like bring up like backgrounds. Because it says that there's a couple different locations. We have the King Cross station, which is a train station.
That's so
Um,
cool.
yeah, the Great Lake, of course, Hogwarts, and then the dining hall. So I think what I was saying is it like flips so that you can kind of change. And there's some like moving parts in there. So I think you can like go through the wall, like at the train station. The scene that they're showing there is like Harry putting on the sorting hat. And I think you can also like change like what kind of like house you want and stuff like that. So I'm really, really excited. And yeah, it's just it's so cute. And I think it was just a perfect collab. Because at least I think it was Polly, did a lot of like collabs back in the day, or maybe it was just like a lot of miniatures there was in general. Not that was Polly. I don't know if you remember like any of the Disney ones. Did you
I
have any of
don't. I
those?
feel like the Polly Pocket that I played with the most was not the compacts. It was like the ones with the jelly clothes. And I have to say,
Yeah.
there was no greater urge that I had when I was a child than to chew on the jelly clothes. Like
I
I
knew you were
didn't,
gonna say that.
but like I wanted to. Like there was just something that looked like it would be so satisfying.
I know that's always the
But
things I hear from people.
it just,
Um,
yeah, they made you want to chew on the clothes. But anyway, um, so I had those, but I had the Disney versions of those. So I think, but there was like fashion dolls. So I'd had like Ariel and Sleeping
mm,
Beauty. I actually was like, I don't know, I went down a internet rabbit hole and was like looking them up the other night, and I was like, things I don't need, but could find
Yeah.
myself at 2 in the morning purchasing if
Oh
given
my
the
god.
time.
You're so
Did not
funny.
do any of that, but it was cool to see those. But so those were the Polly Pockets that I played with. Like I was like looking them up, and I never really played with the compacts, to be quite honest. But
Yeah,
they seem
I
really cute.
I feel like I might have had a couple of the original Polly Pockets. I can't 100% remember. I feel like maybe like one or two, but yeah, I had the Disney compacts too, or they weren't always like actual compacts. Some of them were, but they would be like, I remember I have one that it's like it's a Snow White cottage, and I remember it like flipping open and having all the different characters. I don't know if they had all 7 of them in there, but yeah, I just remember a lot of those. So eventually I will have to go looking for those because I know I still have them.
Yeah, we have to show them if you have them.
Yeah, because yeah, those were just one of my favorites for sure. Hey,
Hello.
but yeah, so I will definitely be posting pictures of these when it comes in because it's just really fun. And just for anyone who's curious, it is $50, which is, I mean, for again like not exclusive, well, I guess exclusive kind of, or a collaboration. Those are usually more, and it's more expensive, and they are for collectors. So I think that makes it's fair. It's fair. I'll
You get
but
a lot with it. I'm very curious about the like different like backgrounds that you get to flip through. I can't wait to come over to your house and play with it.
oh yeah, for sure.
We're just gonna be like sitting there.
I know, right? Yay. Haley's like, of course, another haunted mansion thing.
This is really cool though. I didn't know that they made. Is this the first Haunted Mansion doll
No,
that they okay.
no, no, definitely not. So at least from what I can remember, actually last year they came out with a collector's doll, the Disney store. And it was Constance Hatchaway, who is the known as like the bride from the mansion. Oh yeah, my mom loves Sally. Actually, I was literally with my mom when I saw this on the phone, and I was literally like, "Oh my god, mom, look at this!" Because she loves Haunted Mansion and dolls too. So we're like, "Oh my god, that's just so cool." But yeah, so they made one of the bride, and that one retailed, I think, around like 150-ish. What I was reading, which I mean, yeah, it's a little steep. But it was really well done, I will say. So I saw that they're making another one, and I guess a bunch of Haunted Mansion stuff is coming out. I believe July 8th, and it's gonna be like clothes and like I think they usually have ornaments and a lot of just like a whole array of things. But I did see that they were coming out with this doll, which is really exciting. So her character is Sally Slater, and she is actually from the stretching room in the Haunted Mansion. As you can see, I have give a little visual later what she actually looks like. And they're also really iconic characters. There's like 4 of them, and when you're in the ride, for those who don't know, it stretches as you're actually like kind of getting transported. I guess it depends which version you're on, but basically, like it was been used in the past as like an elevator too. That's kind of like takes you from one part of the ride to the other. And while it's doing that, it shows basically how these 4 different characters died. Which is really dark. But yeah, so hers is she is probably one of my favorites, just because of the whole outfit with like the dress and the parasol. I just love everything about it, and I think it's really really well done. So I am definitely tempted, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because I'm guessing it's gonna be around the same price.
I love
And
the parasol though. Like this is
I
a
know,
really cool outfit. I remember I
yeah,
was like seeing it and I was like, I don't even know what this is referencing, to be honest, like when I first saw it, but I was like, this looks so cute. I honestly thought it was like an Alice in Wonderland type deal situation.
yeah, it's very whimsical.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I love about like all the Haunted Mansion merch or the art, like concept art for it and things like that. So I think this is really cool. I hope then they keep coming out with other dolls, even though I'm not sure what else they would come out with that would make sense. Because I don't know. I mean, they've come out
Did
with
they
like
include
Funko
a
Pops.
ghost at all? Like the blue magic
Um,
ghost?
the hat box.
Yeah.
Well, not as far as like this kind of doll. I mean, they've done so many different like variations of all the different characters. Like I have some of the Funko ones. They have like mini Funkos. Just like they probably have just figures in general, different like dolls, but not like this. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll keep making them after this, but I think that these are really cool. So if anyone gets them, I'm jealous. And who knows, maybe, I don't know, I'll have to talk to me and my mom, maybe you want to do a split deal. We can like, half the year at your place, half at mine. I don't know. We'll have to see, but it's just really, really cool because I'm afraid that it's going to just go up in value. So we'll see.
I mean, it's a really well done doll.
I know. And Haunted Mansion is my absolute like favorite Disney ride. So I don't know.
You're like, for my birthday?
I already have things on my list, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yay. Well, for our comic Besties back issues, we're actually going to show you guys what we got from C2E2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so some of the stuff. I have a couple of things, or like the highlights of it. And then I also went to,
for what?
The $75, I think, for the Sally doll.
Are you sure? Or is that on your? Oh no! Oh wait, or each we split it. Haha, got you. I haven't had enough coffee. Clearly, I thought you meant that like each of them were adult, right? For 75.
You're like, I am buying that immediately.
That's more doable.
But right after C2E2, I also went to Pulp Palooza, and so I have a pulp that I bought from there that I'll show.
Yeah, very, really cool. Yeah, I don't know how we want to dive into this. Maybe we want to just start on the bad note and kind of work our way to other things, because we have to give Funko a mention here and talk a little bit about the traumatizing experience.
Oh my God, never.
Because we are honest on this show, so I do have a couple Funko exclusives to share, and honestly, I think this was like a little bit of why the con exhaustion hit so hard on both of us. So it was, if you guys tuned into our previous show where we kind of like dived into like all the Funko exclusives and like Mondo and Loungefly, that was the first time I think all three had been at C2E2, at least in a long time. And probably since I've attended, I think. So it was really, really exciting. And there's just all these different exclusives, and we both were able to get what's it called? I don't know, what was it called? Like we had to like go online and
get reservations.
Yeah, get reservations. That's right. Like you had to like wait on like a virtual line and everything. We're just happy we got spots, and Haley's was on Friday, which was the first day that we were there.
And I got the second time slot, by the way. Like there was like a 10 to 11, 11 to 12. And so 10 was the earliest, and I got an 11 a.m. for Funko.
Was Mondo before that?
I think so, because we had been able to walk into it.
Yeah, which
there was like no line.
Yeah, there was really no line for Mondo or Loungefly, even with like the reservations. And it got even like when it was open to the public, there was barely a line, I will say. But it was Funko that was the issue for sure. So we got in line, and there was people ahead of us, but we thought with the time slot that we probably wouldn't have to wait like that long. And that was definitely
a crazy line either. It's not like there was like hundreds of people. Like I mean, there was a lot of people, but it wasn't really that many. Like it was, I want to say probably about like 50 people.
Yeah.
Would you say?
And I will say also, the only other thing that was a little like slightly disappointing is that I was hoping there was going to be more of like a display or more of an immersive interaction with the booth. I mean, I guess there was certain things like apparently the creator of Funko was there, and me and Haley didn't really
no idea. He was
I am so sorry.
Walking around, we met him. He came up to us. We talked to him.
We got a free sticker.
Yeah, like
those are actually cool.
I have like a pin or something. I just we had no
idea. But so like there was things like they had like, as far as I guess things around the booth, there was they gave out a lot of free stuff, and that was like really, really high energy of like just everybody like screaming for it. And I mean, that was like kind of fun to watch. But the actual like in booth experience, like you're pretty much just waiting until you got up to line. So though my time slot wasn't going to be till the Saturday, and I waited in line with Haley, of course, and I was only able to wait with her up to a certain point. And by that, by the time we got to that point, it had already been an hour, which was a lot for already having a reservation time. So then they basically told me, no, you cannot go any further. I'm like, well, what if I just wait with her? No. I'm like, okay. So Haley said, because we were feeling this is going to be bad. This is just not going to be good. And no way am I going to be going back to like the next day. So Haley was the best friend and and picked up a couple things for me, which I really appreciate.
And the total time in line, by the way, 3 hours.
Yes, 3 hours.
We did 3 hours. And so I got things for Candace and then for another friend as well. I was not getting anything from Funko, which I laugh at because I waited 3 hours. You can never say I don't love you.
I know you do. I know. And pretty much during that time, we were like trying to text, and like every time, like you asked me to like check out a couple other booths for you, and then I would come back and like you moved like an inch, and then we'd be like waving at each other from afar and just going like, oh my god, like it was crazy. And I just kind of like stayed in the area because there was like a Funko related booth that kind of had like older figures, and it was kind of like a little museum, so I kind of was looking at that during that. And at that time I also looked in Loungefly and Mondo and stuff. Yeah, so poor Haley was just like waiting for a couple hours, and by the time we got out of that, we were exhausted already mentally, like just kind of like standing around waiting, like walking to, oh my god. Oh, and then they didn't even have the one Funko that I wanted.
That was insane to me because you were only allowed to get one of each. And the reason it was also taking so long is, a lot of people are either like maybe reselling or, if they're really hardcore collectors, are just like looking at the boxes. So I would watch people go up there, order one of everything, examine the box for like 5 minutes, go on to the next box, go on to the next. And I just was like, I want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Just like walk out here so bad. But the Toy Story one, they were sold out of, and that was crazy to me.
Yeah, so I was quite upset about that. I still have to kind of try to get it. I think you can get it through GameStop if I'm not mistaken, like the site. I just haven't gotten around to that. But and I don't know if they ended up like restocking for other days or whatever, but they were sold out with a bunch of things. But I did pick up some stuff anyway. Like literally Haley's like, okay, if you're not gonna get that, do you want something else? So I'm gonna show you what I picked up to commemorate our lovely experience. No, it was really cool though, as far as like having C2E2 like exclusives. So I got the Freddy Funko, and this is actually what co-founder of Funko was wearing. But yeah, he's quite cute. So I got that, and like this was kind of like their promotional like imagery that they had. Like I think the actual theme of the booth was really cute. And then I also got Franny Funko because there's not a lot of, at least like from what I can remember, there's not a lot of like times that they make like female characters for like the actual like original Funko characters. And I thought she was just so cute, like in the Pan Am outfit. So I had to get that as well. And I feel like both of them go together, of course, like really well because they're part of their little set. There was a dog that was also a pilot, but I was like, I don't need that. And then I did get also a soda can. Probably should open this up. Let me see if it'll come. Okay, cool. Which I really love these, and at least I did get something Disney. So you always can get like a possibility of a chase because it's a mystery bag. So I didn't get the chase, but I still got a Jiminy Cricket.
So cute.
Which is really, really cute. I always love little figures of him. This is with also the little front thing. Yeah. And I just always love the packaging. I don't know how popular soda cans really are, but I really like them. I have some like Scott Pilgrim ones, a couple other Disney. They're just really cool. And I feel like sometimes it's more like you're more likely to actually get chases in those than like some of the other blind boxes, in my opinion. But yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, that we will never do that again. I will never ask Haley to ever wait in line for me again for that. Because yeah, that really put, unfortunately, like, it made us really tired, and then we still, like, we didn't do any of our Artist Alley stuff at that point until, like, it was probably like 2 o'clock. We were getting like hungry, tired, like literally like just
Like
standing in
angry.
lines. Yeah, for real. Like standing in lines can be exhausting. And that is one thing like I don't know, it just hasn't hit it didn't hit me that hard in past years, but this year, like, it really did.
Older.
And I feel like there's just certain thing, like, we need to take, like, I learned a lot. We need to take more breaks. We need to eat more often. There was there was this guy that I saw that, I'm no joke, I'm doing this, and if you guys, this might be helpful for you too. I'm gonna tell them this. There's like a little seat that this guy just like popped out, like when he was in line for, like, I think an Artist Alley, which was really smart. It's from Amazon. It's like $25, and it's like a pop-up seat that you can sit on while you wait.
Best $25 that man has ever spent, I guarantee. I'm going
Yeah,
to get that for next year. Honestly, I should buy it and take it to San Diego.
that's not a bad idea. Well, I'm bringing it to, even though like Fan Expo doesn't really have, well, who knows? You still have to wait in lines for certain things, like for celebrity stuff. But I will probably get it for that, and definitely bring it next year because, no joke, I think it would have helped a lot.
Yeah, we did so many lines. It was really busy
Yeah.
this year. The busiest I'd seen it since the pandemic, or since like right before the
Yeah, and that wasn't even Saturday. Like, that Friday was
yeah.
pretty bad for, I don't know, like, if it was, yeah, like the celebrity lineup, or it's because Funko was there. I don't know.
Yeah, that was
There's just, yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But
So,
we were basically like, usually Candace and I will also maybe like hang out with people after the con and like we'll go out. No, that did not happen this year. Candace and I went back to my house and we laid in my bed and watched TV and looked at the things we bought and had like food.
I know, like, even I remember, like, when we went to go get lunch, because, like, we tried to, like, stick it out and go to Artist Alley and try to get something signed, and because we're like, we haven't even done that yet. And I just remember us, like, frankly, when we got to eat, we were like just staring at each other, like, oh my god, like, this food never tasted so good. I was probably going delirious. Like, I think I'm not even
It's
kidding.
just like silence at the
Yeah, I don't know. Something about this year. That's why I'm not excited. I mean, I'm not surprised at all that I ended up getting like sick after, because yeah, it just something on my body. I was just like, nope.
oh my god.
Hey, but
Uh
yeah,
yeah, that was really
kind of
crazy.
wanted to get that bad memory out of the way and show all the other goodies that we got. Because I mean, the con was really fun. It's just that definitely was a
A way
unfortunate
to
start.
start. A way to
Yeah,
start.
definitely a
So
memory.
I think it was the first day that we were there too. We
Hmm.
went to lunch and there is this I didn't even know it was like a larger brand, but my boyfriend and I will send like little gifs
Oh,
of
right.
Milk and Mocha Bear to each other. They're like these really cute little bears that love each other, and it's really cheesy and really cute. Anyways, it makes me think of my boyfriend and like our relationship. And I'm sitting at lunch with Candace, and I see a bag out of the corner of my eye that has like Milk and Mocha Bear on it, and it was like, that's a thing. Like there's like merch, and lo and behold, because we had been in the Funko line for so many hours, we hadn't seen what else was at the con. So
Right.
I like look online, and they have an entire booth. I was so excited. I like at that point was like, man, I haven't like spent any money. Like I'm doing so well this con. And then I went there and I spent a lot of money. So let me grab these. I will show you the little stuff I got. So I got a hat, a bucket hat that I don't have next
It's
to
so
me.
cute.
It is so cute. It has Milk and Mocha Bear on it. But then I also got milk
Cute.
milk keychain. Milk Bear. Mocha Bear is the little brown bear. But look at these. They're so
Oh,
cute.
yeah, I feel like I had definitely, like, seen those, like, gifts before.
Yeah, they're adorable. I'm obsessed with them. They make me very happy. And then I got washi tape.
Of course, Haley loves washi tape.
I do love washi tape. Just anything stationary.
Yeah. I know. I forgot there was something I was looking at, and I'm like, nah.
I also got I could say this because he's not going to watch this, but I got 2 little cards for Tim, like a Valentine's Day and a Christmas card from Mocha Mocha Bear to surprise him.
Yeah, I saw those. Like, oh my god, you have to get these.
They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah. So that was really exciting. I honestly was the most hyped about this. I was like, I need keychains, I need stickers, I need hats. Ugh, I'm
Yeah, I think that woke us up a little bit. Just
yeah,
all
I
the
was
cute
so
stuff.
excited. They're just so cute. They make me so happy. And then I'll just show this really quickly. But
Sure.
Babs Tar had a booth there, and I love her stuff. I love, love, love. And so I got this really sexy keychain
Yeah,
that
her work
I
is
love
amazing.
a lot. Her work is great. She's super sweet. I got a comic signed by her as well that I don't have next to me.
Yeah,
but
me too.
She was really awesome. And yeah, I will let Candace show more of her stuff.
All right. So just trying to decide what next. Maybe kind of just like the little stuff I got. Yeah, honestly, I had forgotten like even what I bought. So this is kind of like a surprise for me because I'm like, oh yeah. So I'm gonna show some of the little the boot Legos. So there were quite a bit of like you can get a lot of like minifigure. There was like minifigure related boots, which Lego hasn't made everything, so they have a lot of like custom ones. And of course, me and Haley went crazy. I don't even remember which ones you had gotten, but I had gotten. Let's see if we'll show Anya from Spy Family.
Ooh, I forgot
Rogue.
I did get Rogue too. She's over there.
Yeah. My girl Storm. And I got Pennywise. Which is such a switch. I got it for both me and my boyfriend because he especially loves the It movies and has like a bunch of like figures and stuff. So I thought that'd be kind of a fun nod for us. And then I think the fifth one, because there was like a deal with like 5. I don't remember what exactly it was. Maybe it was like 5 or 20 or something. I got my mom a Barbie one, which I know you got a Barbie one also.
Yeah, I did.
Yours was the cowgirl outfit, I think, the pink one.
The funny thing is, I have no idea where she is.
Well, that's the one that Haley got, and then I got the one with like the what's it called, gingham dress, that she wears in the movie. So, yeah, those were a lot of fun to get.
Yeah, you see me like looking over there because I have like a bunch of minifigures on like my bookshelf.
Let me just show what else is in my little bag. I got a bunch of. Okay, got some trading cards.
Oh, I did get trading cards. They're over.
So I'm not gonna go through it quick for you, but so yeah, there was this one booth that had like all these trading cards and just like little like line posters, like all like older stuff. And I've seen them before and I've shopped there before, and I didn't expect I was gonna be getting anything. But then I found Haley over there and she already had like hands full of like, oh, what am I getting? And then I kept looking and I found all these like
they had
cards
everything
that I haven't seen before. So I got a bunch. I had got some for gifts too. So the first thing I actually got is kind of a random thing, but it was the official Spice World photographs.
I remember when you could pick this out, I was like, of course.
This was quite an experience to open. First of all, because it just like I was praying I wasn't gonna rip it, like not the bag, but the actual photographs inside. It was like in there really tight. And they had the most random photographs of them in it, but it's kind of fun, but kind of like I don't know, just so silly. So they have like the girls in the car, Sporty Spice. Now, this was the weirdest one,
love it.
which they had Baby Spice, so Baby Emma, which it was kind of a strange thing to put in here, but I mean she's
That's
cute.
So weird.
But I feel weird having that. It kind of reminds me honestly of like one of those photos, like if I don't know if you ever see when people like they go to Target and they change out the photos. I feel like it would be like this would be the photo that would be in there because it literally looks like something in a photo album. I mean, it's very cute, but kind of random. And then Victoria.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like the most random like candids. Yeah, so it came with 4, and I was like, okay, because I really was not expecting like I didn't know what to expect was gonna be in there. Apparently I forgot I got these cards from my dad and forgot to give it to them. It's supposed to be for Father's Day. I'll have to give it to him. Well, he doesn't really.
I'm gonna grab my cards really quickly.
Okay, I will keep going. So I actually got him these. They're called Weirdos collector cards. These, I believe, are they from the 60s? I don't know if the cards are. The cards are older or newer, I mean. But they were like these model sets. I can't remember what the company was that made them, but he collects them. So I thought it'd be kind of something new and different to give him, which I forgot. So he will be getting those next time I see him. And then I actually got some like Pepsi cards. Cause my boyfriend is a graphic designer, senior graphic designer for Pepsi, and I wanted to get it for us to kind of like see like some vintage art on those. Let me see if I can kind of like just pull a random one to kind of show what they kind of look like. Just like advertisements, which you guys know I love my advertisements. And just thought it'd be a cool thing. Since he works there. And just as like a designer, I've always been into like advertisement stuff. And then I got 2 packs.
That's crazy.
Quarter of a century old kit. For which one? I don't know which one. And then I got some Archie cards because I actually don't have that many. Because a lot of times I find it as like a full box, and even though that's probably the better way to get them, they're usually kind of expensive. So I just wanted a couple. What year do you think these are from Skybox, and they are from 92. So a little bit older than me. And they just have like little, it's not, I get comic scenes. I don't know if these are like in the actual comics. They might be. Let's see. And then they have like just like little information on the back, stuff like that.
Cute.
So I got like 2 packs of these, and of course, very on brand for me. Let's see. I think that was it for those. So if you want to show anything.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do it this way. Okay. So I actually put them in a card case, but I got some Sailor Moon ones and Disney, which was super fun. And then I got some of the Batman animated series cards as well. That's fun. Which were really cool. And I ended up getting more Beauty and the Beast cards, but then also Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Which were super cool. Lord of the Rings.
I know, I love trading cards. I feel like that's something I definitely don't talk about enough on here, but it's something I've collected for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're actually a lot easier to find. Like I've been finding them at toy shows, Comic Cons, different places. I used to subscribe to a trading card subscription actually. That would have been a good. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so those were the cards that like I picked. I have to say, like I was sitting at like the booth where there was like all trading cards, and I had like stacks, and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, we definitely both put some back.
I mean, they had trading cards for everything. It was crazy. I was just like trading cards for just all the most random stuff. Then I would say the other stuff that I got from C2E2. There's a few comics. So I went to Unknown Comics and I got the Hellfire Gambit. I'd been watching X-Men 97 and still very obsessed with X-Men. So I got this and I loved it. A Bird City exclusive. Batgirl, which is gorgeous. They do such a good job, and it's Frozen. But this one I was like, I pulled the trigger on, and I'm really glad that I did. It was from Alley Cat Comics booth, Batman Adventures: A Wedding to Die For, because I collect wedding
Love it.
issues, and it's Harley and Joker, and then I have the Harley and Joker Batman animated like Mondo figures. So eventually, when I rearrange shelves, this will go next to them.
Perfect.
And then I love Jeff DeCall. Like, he is such a phenomenal artist, and I ended up like sprinting across the con floor. I'm gonna show you guys.
And this is true. You actually did.
I did. I sprinted. So Nimesh, who is part of the comic community, he was walking, and I said hi to him, and he had this Jeff DeCall Scarlet Witch prints, and I was like, I didn't even know that was there. I'd been trying to go to his booth, but he hadn't been there. And he's like, I think that there's only one more, because there was a limited print of 10. And so I sprinted, met Jeff's manager, and then he was like, there's one more. And I was like, can you hold it? I'll go get cash. And then I ran to an ATM and then came back, and
So pretty. Let's see. Yeah, you can get it.
This is,
Here you go.
there we go.
Absolutely stunning.
It's so gorgeous, and I'm so obsessed. I mean, I love this so much. It's one of my favorite.
Wow.
This and then the Matt Taylor, like probably my favorite, and the Low Tiara on the wall. So good. It's stunning. So I got that, and then the next day I went back, because he actually still wasn't there when I bought the print, but it had already been signed by him. But I wanted to like at least meet him, and I got his.
Oh, that's right.
Art book.
Very cool.
It was really great. So he signed it. I always really like his signature.
Mm-hmm.
And it has such
my God.
beautiful art. I mean, he's just incredibly talented.
Wow.
Yeah,
I loved looking through that with you. Oh my God, so pretty.
I want tons and tons and tons of his art.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. So good. So
wow.
So good. Yeah, so I was super happy to have this, because he's not printing more either. So I was glad to have purchased it. So those were like the highlights of like the comics and art. And then one more thing that I got was, my friend Devin is a huge Brandon Sanderson fan, and Brandon Sanderson was at C2E2 this year, and then his publishing house also had this really cool shop booth that you walked in, and it looked like an old bookstore. So I really loved it, and I got a first edition of one of the books signed for my friend, because he had shipped it to me. And then I just couldn't resist, because I'm like looking at all these pretty books, and I got Tress of the Emerald Sea. So it was already signed by him. These end papers are gorgeous.
I don't know if I knew about this one.
No, I got it when I took my brother to C2E2.
Oh, okay.
Sunday.
Wow.
So this was signed, which was great, because when I did the quick signing for my friend, you had to like reserve a time, and you got one signature. So I didn't bring anything to get signed. I've never actually read Brandon Sanderson, and this is the book that appealed to me the most. So when I saw that it was also signed, I picked this up. So it's gorgeous. And I think it has like illustrations as well.
Yeah, you have to let me know how that one is.
Yeah, so that is my C2E2 haul. There was definitely like more comics and stuff like that, but these were like the highlights.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out what I want to go through. I will definitely not show everything, because but you gotta show my Chrissy Zulo stuff, because I love Chrissy Zulo. So, and it's always such a lovely experience when I go see her. Oh, this was in here. I forgot you gave me this.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
It's for the memories. It literally is like a price, or it has all the prices of all the figures. Okay. So I also got a sketchbook from Chrissy, because I always love to pick them up from her. I think I have maybe a couple other ones already. And hers are really cool, because they have one side is like process work and the sketching, and then it's like a full color, just beautiful. She does a lot of female characters in pop culture. Although, let's see, here's like I hate Fairyland is in here.
I love it. Her artwork is so cool.
Spider Gwen. Show a couple of good ones. I know. Yeah, just like look at just all the process work. It's really, really cool. Is that a Klaus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we know that she has Klaus ones and the other ones. Yeah, so it was really, really fun. So I love getting those from her all the time. And then I did get it, I think my Poison Ivy Trick or Treat comic signed, which is here somewhere. But I also picked up some of her exclusive like variants that I've been wanting on her website. I just haven't been wanting to pay for shipping them, to be honest. So yeah, she did one for like Maleficent. Even though I'm not a big fan of the actual Maleficent series, which I know we've talked about on here, I do really love the cover. And then I also got the Lilo and Stitch issue 1, which is absolutely adorable. And actually, this is a cute series. I've been actually enjoying it. And then I got some prints because even though I have way too many prints, I will always get them from her. So I got a Harry Potter one, which this one I was not sure if she was going to have it there for sale because I had literally had just seen it on Instagram. So I thought maybe she wasn't like done with it. But I love this one of the trio. Like then I got kind of a different take on Beauty and the Beast, which is really cool. Little creepy, but also, yeah, just I really love that kind of look. And then I got a Snow White one.
Really, really
These are all just like art prints, but I still feel like you can just see like the texture really well of like all her different pencils and markers and things, which is cool. I think that was all I got from her. And how much this rolled up on here? Okay, so I'm gonna kind of just look quickly to see what kind of things. Yeah, I also got the Jenny Frozen. Beautiful. Shout out Bird City. So I always stop by Dan Parent's booth, and I always try to see like what kinds of variants he has, because oftentimes I will just order from him on Instagram because he will have the different variants from like different cons. But there wasn't anything that I really wanted that he had. I feel like maybe because I had a bunch of them already, but he had a bunch of variants that I was just kind of like flipping through. And he actually had one that he did on the Flintstones series that was a Hanna-Barbera DC collab. And honestly, I didn't realize that he even did a variant for them. So I had to get that.
I really like that one.
Then I met up with Andrew Peep Boy, and I got variant from him of Josie and the Pussycats, and this one's a really, really cool like virgin variant, just like in of course like the girls in space, which is very random, but I know there actually is a series of them like in space that has been on my list. Then of course had to get some David Nakayama. Actually, wait, well, we're still on Andrew. I forgot. I also got my Sabrina signed from him. I got yeah, so a couple of David Nakayama's. Dazzler.
Always so good. We love her.
Rogue. And Storm.
The Hellfire Gala covers are just always so good. Magazine
I know. Cover. Yeah, and I even like it like with having like the trade dress on there and everything, just because I love the magazine type vibes. Yeah, so of course he always does a good job with that. Let's see. I think mostly it's like science stuff. Oh, that's because I have a whole other pile. I forgot. Let's see what kind of things. Oh, so speaking of Deadpool, like now this is just kind of some. They're not very organized. So some things might be from artists. Some things might just be random. but just some of my favorite things I picked up overall. We got a Deadpool and Cap, which is just hilarious.
I can't wait for the Deadpool Wolverine film. I'm so excited.
I know. We're really, really excited for that. Judsons, which will either be for me or my mom. I have to see if she has that. Of course, had to get some like Wolverine Wolverine and the X-Men with Kitty Pryde and Colossus, because now have definitely gone down the rabbit hole of X-Men and I'm obsessed. Let's see what else. These are all just science stuff. Yeah, like Avengers and Moon Girl. I actually really love the Moon Girl series. I haven't finished it, but it's really cute. So one day I will finally finish those. Then we're not going through literally everything, but because we'll be here all day. Got another like Miss Marvel Wolverine, because I haven't read this series yet either.
That one I have. I haven't finished it though.
And Miss Marvel, because slowly collecting all of her issues. Let's see. Oh, I found this David Nakayama cover, and it was only for $2, and it's a Catwoman.
And that one's really good.
Yeah, I love it. Oh, I got actually 2 from him. This one too.
Oh, I love it. I love his Catwoman.
Both were $2. I'm like, that is a great deal. I got a bunch of like Marauders, because I've been trying to collect those, because I really want to get into that series.
It's a fun series. I read it and I loved it.
Let's see. Oh, I have such an array. But I also got like a bunch of like Fantastic Four. So this one I've never seen before. So I was like, okay, looks fun. I will try that. Oh, I got issue 1 of Motor Crush, which is a Babstar also. And I've actually been really, really loving this series. So I don't have the trade for it. I think I got, maybe I'm reading it digitally, but it was actually really, really good. So I wanted to get an issue 1 for that. Got a bunch of like random Disney stuff, like a Daisy and a Donald sharing a milkshake, and I just love the vibe. Just like Donald taking like 3 straws and her like just being angry, like. I also got some like Monsters Inc. ones, which I remember finding for you. I think it was this con, right? The one that I found.
You got me a Wally one.
The Wally.
Mm-hmm.
So Monsters Inc. We got some Squirrel Girl, and of course one of them I got because it has Howard the Duck, which I got a bunch of.
Issue is that one's so freaking cool. I had not seen
Which one?
The zine.
This one. Mm-hmm. Oh, the zine. Yeah, these are both really cool. Been slowly getting to Squirrel Girl is like also but Howard, I was like looking specifically for this one, even though it's not technically it's a crossover issue. Let's see. Oh, okay. For Haley, I got this in honor of you. Haley's read this. Where's my issue 1? Here. The Hunger and the Dusk series, which now I will read it because I can take it out of the pile. So we got issue 1 through 4 of that, which Haley definitely sold me on.
I really like the series. They just, I think this upcoming week, actually, they're restarting, or they're continuing it. Like they went on a little bit of like a break, and then issue 6 or 7 is coming out this upcoming week. I'm gonna get it. So
nice. Excited. And then I think, let's see. I think I have like this and one other highlight I want to show. Got a Casper issue.
Perfect for you.
Yes, because I love my Casper issues. What year is this from? I don't actually remember. But I just liked it because like literally he's just, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but he's like literally losing his like bottom half to put leaves. I don't know how that works, like, but sure. And then I also want to talk about this, which this was one of my, I think one of my definitely a favorite, one of my favorite pickups, The House of Loather, and this is the first volume by Kaylin Smith, and I've gotten into her stuff lately. I think maybe it was last con or maybe the year before that. I got a couple different comics from her, and I wanted to read something else. And by the way, Haley, these are all on Webtoon if you ever want to read them also.
Oh, nice.
I've started reading them because I only have the first volume because you know me, I'm always like, well, actually not this one. She didn't have the second volume out yet. But there's been other ones where I've been like, I want to get the whole compendium. And then I'm like, no, it's too much. And then I'm like, I want more though. So this one is actually really cool because it's all in grayscale. Let me see if I can show you. Sure. And I've actually already read it and it was really, really fun. I really love her art style, which you could probably tell why. Just like,
yeah,
I love those kind of like Disney-esque looks with like the big eyes. And this one, try to summarize the best way I can, but basically this one, oh, hey. Yeah. This woman starts working at this place at, which I forget if it's let's see, actually, let's read the back because it'll be better. So her name is Sawyer Ellis, and she takes a job as a cleaning lady at a mysterious Gothic mansion, and it's called the House of Loather. And she thinks it's just going to be like a regular, like you're just doing a regular job, but it's actually that the people living there are actually all like mystical creatures or monsters, basically. So
I'm gonna like go look this up on Webtoons. Right,
it was actually really, really good, and like it has a good plot, I think. Just kind of like some twists that are in there. Just the art is really good. It's probably more, I don't know if it's really more adult per se, but even though it's like not really like graphic or anything, but it just has like more of adult like undertones, I would say. But it was really, really, really good, and I definitely like want to read the rest of it. I think for now I'll just be like in Webtoon, but yeah, it was like a pretty thick one as well, and I just loved it for the like the cover design because as you can see, it's shiny. So
I really like it. It's gorgeous. I remember when we were looking at it, I was very tempted, but I was like, I think I just gotten like my Jeff DeCall thing, and I was like, I cannot spend.
You're like, no more. I can't do anymore. But and it gave me a little bookmark too. So bonus. Yeah. So I think those are my highlights. I'm trying to see if there's anything. I'm trying to like put it on the scale things of like how much compared to other years, but I feel like
a little bit better.
A little bit better. But I feel like
more money on that print, so it's just I feel like
yeah, I feel like there's certain things that were like more than others. Because of course, like I'm always gonna give all my money to Chrissy Zolo, and but I think it also just like because we had that experience at the beginning, like it just made like more like intentional shopping where we're just like, okay, I know we're gonna wait in line for this, and like we're not like we only had so much energy for certain things, so that way, like I feel like that kind of maybe was why, but yeah. I would say though, yeah, pretty good haul for both of us overall.
Yeah, I also got some stuff signed by Chip Zdarsky, like Sex Criminals, and
I did too.
Howard the Duck and Avengers Twilight, and that was really fun. He was super nice. I also just want to show really quickly because I went to Pulp Palooza, I think like the weekend after, and I got this really cool Pulp Weird Tales, and it has a Ray Bradbury story in it, so that's what I was. But I'm obsessed with also the artwork. It just has like such a mythical, like fantasy art, and I really, really love it. And this is published in March 1943.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
And one of the titles, "The Pursuit of a Fantastic Heritage: Flight into Destiny" by Vern Shute.
Nice.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, I love those. Those just have like really beautiful covers.
Really, really, really beautiful. Good afternoon. Yeah, hey. I am AC
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have a couple other other things to show. Do you have anything else or?
That is it for me. I'm not sure what Ray Bradbury's. You know what? Let's look.
So yeah, while she's looking, I just had a couple other things, and then I should be good on my end.
The Wind by Ray Bradbury. In the like little kind of like line of like marketing or like preface that they have is he was tracked across the world by the damnedest, biggest, his prehistoric killer that ever hunted prey. Interesting. And then the Flight into Destiny. After all, he had a right to go where he pleased, even if he was trying to run down a lost Viking. I'm so excited to read this.
Yeah, I love that you've been getting into those so much.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, so that was really fun. Pulp Palooza was a really good time. It was in California. We also got to go to Disneyland before the
I know that's a nice bonus.
and it was really fun. The pulp community is really cool. The like amazing stories that are in them is just it's really impressive. I mean, and some of these have lasted from like the like early 1900s, and you're just like seeing people pay and trade in them, and it's really
that's really cool though.
Oh no, please, it's not trouble to check. Yeah, I love Bradbury, so I was really excited about this one because I have another pulp as well that is Bradbury, and I really want to get some C.L. Moore pulps because she was just like a pioneer in the fantasy genre, and she was a woman. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have a couple other things. Before we finish up here. So first I want to talk about something I received from a giveaway. So I want to first give a shout out to John's Comics with Kids. They had him and Justin had their finale show for Omni X-Men, which was really, really fun. This was my second year doing Omni X-Men with them, and like honestly, that is why I'm so much into X-Men now. And I've been trying to also get into more of like modern X-Men because I've been reading so much of like the classic stuff, like Uncanny, with them. So now that I feel like I've like started, like I'm used to all the different characters and just understand a lot more, I'm ready to like dive into that. But I ended up winning a giveaway. Well, that was the giveaway one. I think it was a wheel, yeah, from John, where I was able to just pick like a couple different trades that I wanted, and they were from like his collection. And so I ended up picking, let's see, which is the first one, the four volumes of Astonishing X-Men, which is really exciting.
That's gonna be such a fun read.
Have you read these?
I've read I think one of them. I have not like gotten through the whole series.
Yeah, just for anyone that hasn't seen the art before, I'm gonna just pop in here. Oh my god, I did actually never see this. This is funny. Look, this is really fitting actually. They have the Professor X is a jerk thing, which is from Uncanny X-Men. I literally just opened to that page. That's funny. So this collects issues 1 through 6 of that. Let's see, we got volume 2, which is 7 through 12. Volume 3 that has 13 through 18. And the final one, I think it's the final one, is 19 through 24 and also has giant size Astonishing X-Men #1. So I'm really, really excited to read all these. So thank you again, John, for these. Very, very generous. And I can't wait to talk to you about it and him about it and everybody that loves X-Men. So yeah. And then I have just a couple things. I feel like we don't show a lot of like just like art books and stuff, and that's something that I really love. So me and Haley went out the other day to do some more shopping damage, and this was like this literally was like what 2 weeks ago.
That story I want to read. I have not read C.L. Moore's Juriel Jory story, but it's on my list to get to, and I've heard it's great.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm excited, especially to read more with yeah. Yeah. Well, so does Colossus. He also called her the cuts, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to read more with her because yeah, she's one of my favorites. And then yeah, so from this we went to Barnes and Noble and Half Price Books. So I got a couple.
Spent so much money.
Yeah, we really did, and I'm definitely not showing all the things we got because that's a whole other thing. We don't need to know. We don't need to show. But in the clearance section of Barnes and Noble, which I always recommend people like check that out because they have some really cool like collectors books, for comics and just like movies and pop culture in general. So this one is one I've wanted for a long time actually, even though I looked at that it's only from 2023, so maybe it wasn't that long, but I feel like it feels like it. It's actually a Disney princess book that is literally, as you can see, it was only $12, and I think the original price was like $40. And it literally has like everything you need to know about Disney princess stuff, and not in like a in an all ages way, but also like just a really informative way where it goes through. Like first of all, look how pretty. Like I just love the design of this. It's really, really pretty. It kind of goes through like all the Disney princesses. So like for example, let me show. Like okay, so like they show like Aurora, which I know Haley loves, and it shows like inspo for them, like kinds of people in pop culture that inspired the characters' look, like concept art. So you can see that down there for with Ariel. It also goes into let's see, like the dolls, which I thought was really, really cool because my mom collected a bunch of those. It also shows like McDonald's toys, although these are the more recent ones, not like the OG. I think there was like probably some other Disney princess toys. It talks about like the theme park, which of course I love that. Kind of like even like like makeup, fashion. It's really, really cool. So I know, like after me and Haley went, I was like looking through, and I was just having like the best time because it's just like really, really informative. Also, the forward is done by Jodie Benson, who's the voice of Ariel, so that's also cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really, really excited to get that one. I'm pretty sure I freaked out. I was like, oh yeah. Then another book we have here that's also, you're gonna notice a theme here. It's all Disney. So another one is actually Drawing 100 Years of Disney Wonder, and this was also $15, which is a great deal. And I really love this because I've been getting really into just do more illustration, especially because I've been doing it for work. Because for maybe people that might not remember, I'm a graphic designer, so I've always loved like this kind of stuff, and that's kind of something that Disney always inspired, like wanting to be a creative. So I was really excited about this. So it actually kind of goes through, let's see, almost every single movie, like the animated ones, not everything, but it kind of like show you how to how to draw them, but it also like goes into like concept art in this one as well. And I think this will be really good for me because I actually like drawing Disney characters because I feel like it's a good thing to kind of practice with, and it's really helpful showing like how to break out shapes and things like that. And I can either do it actually drawing. I can use my I've been drawing a lot in like Procreate. So I think it's like more, it's like challenging enough, I think, but it also has like a great history behind it as well. Like for example, like here we even have more stuff of like
that's really
cool concept work and history, and like pointing out certain features and why you want to draw it a certain way. And identifying features, things like that. So I really love that. And it had pretty much like, every character. Like it had like Pixar even in it as well, and that was even different because it showed like how to make like a flatter version of a Pixar character. And then my final one that is like an absolute brick. I actually feel like I'm working out holding this.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Is I got Walt Disney's Disneyland, and this one I got at half price books. So I think it was originally maybe like 16. I got it for like 30-ish, which is an amazing deal. And it's the Taschen brand. And honestly, I didn't 100% know all the content that was going to be in there. I mean, obviously it's about Disneyland, but in the history, but it actually goes into a lot of the earlier years, which I didn't know if it was just going to be like, like maybe half of it was about that, but it actually has like a lot of like big pictures, as you can see, and it goes a lot into like the opening day attractions, and it's literally I feel like it's more about the Walt Disney years, like when he was around, than even modern. Like there was a little bit about modern, which I was like hoping there would be, but they like show the concept work. Like I know in here they have like Haunted Mansion. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Yeah. It was really, really cool. I was flipping through this as well, and as a Disney fan, and just like I love seeing just all the thought like behind all the decisions they made. Some things I've known already just because I've watched so many documentaries about Disney and like Disney World and all that, but I feel like there's so much other things in there that's going to be kind of fun to like dive into. And also just like as a coffee table book, it has just really nice like large photos. So I was really excited to pick up all three, and thank God my mom I got her a tote bag because she has like the Barnes and Noble membership, and I literally had to like haul it around with me because it was very, very heavy, all those books. But yeah, I was just really excited to add those to my collection because I think maybe not the drawing one I didn't know about, but the other two I was been wanting for a while. So nice pickups for sure.
Yeah, I ended up getting a very large stack of books. I would say the two that I'm reading right now that I'm really excited about. One, what is Joyce Carol Oates' new book, Butcher, which is like very dark and really interesting. And I really loved Joyce Carol Oates. And then there's this book called Margot's Got Money Problems, and that is hilarious. Good. Highly recommend. It is so good. I'm almost halfway through it already. Like I've been breezing through it. The premise is there is this girl who's in her 20s and she ends up having an affair with her professor. And that part of it is like over really quickly. Like it almost like starts at the end of their relationship. Mm-hmm. And she gets pregnant, decides to keep the baby. Her dad is a WWE wrestler, and she's like drops out of college, is kind of like lost. And then she discovers OnlyFans and decides to create an OnlyFans account. And that's kind of like she ends up like working with her dad, or like, because he is a WWE wrestler, like there's these like personas that you have to have. And so she starts like, he helps her with the baby, and she starts like asking him like, how do I create this persona, all that kind of stuff that you would have to do to be a pro wrestler. She ends up taking that advice and like putting it into her OnlyFans, and ends up getting really big. And so it's so funny. It's really, really good. I really recommend it. It's a quick read.
Yeah, I'm excited. I would love to read that too.
Ooh, I'll have to keep that in mind. I think you have my email. If you can email me, if you don't have my email, but I think you have my email. If you could email me that, that'd be great, because I'll forget. Yeah, Oates is phenomenal. My favorite novel by her is Blackwater. It is a story that is based on the Chappaquiddick incident which dealt with Robert Kennedy. And it's a quick little novel. It's really, really, really good. Highly recommend. I read it so long ago, but I absolutely adore it. So yeah, and there's a very large stack of other books, but yeah, those are the highlights for right now. But thanks everyone for joining. This has been super fun to show you guys, and we'll be back most likely next month. I'll be going to Vegas in 2 weeks, And then I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con, so I'll be out of Chicago for a bit and then coming back. So you'll see us in August.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
I will let you know again. I realize you don't have Instagram, so like I can't DM you. I'll also ask Jason for your email if I don't have it. But
yeah, thanks for watching.
Have a great day, everybody.
All right, bye. Happy Sunday.